Welcome back to Finance in 10, where we turn confusing finance into powerful insights. Here's a paradox for you. You own a beautiful $500,000 house, but can't afford to fix your car. You're technically rich, but practically broke. Why? Because you lack liquidity. And in finance, liquidity is the difference between sleeping well and losing everything. Today, we'll break down this slippery but vital concept. What is liquidity and why it can make or break you? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. What is liquidity? Really? Liquidity is how easily and quickly an asset can be converted into cash without losing value. Cash is the most liquid asset. You can spend it right now. Your house? Not so much. You have to list it, find a buyer, wait for approval, and maybe sell below asking price. So, liquidity equals speed plus reliability plus minimal loss. The more steps it takes to convert something into spendable money, the less liquid it is. Tip: always know how much of your wealth is in liquid versus illiquid form. Chapter 2. Illiquidity can be dangerous. Imagine you lose your job and need $5,000 to pay rent. Your money is tied up in retirement accounts or property. You're wealthy, but can't touch it. People go bankrupt not because they don't have assets, but because they don't have access. The 2008 crisis, a liquidity crisis, COVID supply chain issues, liquidity breakdown. Tip: keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in liquid savings, even if it earns low interest. Chapter 3. Liquidity in the markets. Liquidity isn't just personal. It affects entire markets. A liquid stock is one that's traded often. It's easy to buy/sell without big price swings. An illiquid one? You might sell it for way less than it's worth just to get rid of it. Markets need liquidity to function smoothly. That's why central banks inject cash during crises. Tip: before investing, check an asset's average trading volume. Low volume equals higher risk. Chapter 4. Your net worth versus your cash flow. Many people confuse wealth with financial flexibility. Yes, you might have $300,000 in net worth, but if $280,000 of that is in home equity, and you only have $1,000 in the bank, you're not flexible. Liquidity gives you options. Without it, your net worth is just a number, not a tool. Tip: recalculate your liquid net worth. It's a better indicator of how prepared you are for emergencies. Chapter 5. Liquidity in business. Businesses don't fail because they're unprofitable. They fail when they run out of liquid cash to pay salaries, rent, or suppliers. Even profitable companies can go under from poor cash flow. That's why CFOs obsess over working capital and quick ratios. Because without liquidity, nothing else matters. Tip: if you're self-employed or run a small business, track your receivables versus cash constantly. Chapter 6. Liquidity versus accessibility. Some assets are liquid in theory, but not in practice. Example: retirement funds, technically withdrawable, but with penalties. Example: credit cards, accessible, but it's borrowed money. True liquidity means usable cash, right now, with no strings attached. Tip: categorize assets by how quickly you could access them today without penalty. Chapter 7. Liquidity ratios you should know. Even if you're not a finance pro, understanding these helps. Current ratio equals current assets divided by current liabilities. Measures short-term ability to cover debts. Quick ratio equals cash plus receivables divided by liabilities. Excludes inventory. more conservative. If you're under 1.0, you may not have enough liquidity. Tip: try calculating your personal version of a quick ratio. Chapter 8. Emergency Funds, the first line of defense. Liquidity starts with your emergency fund. This isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a must. 3 to 6 months of essential expenses in a high-yield savings account can mean the difference between stability and crisis. Don't underestimate the power of knowing you can survive. Job loss, medical bills, or a global pandemic without selling your future. Tip: set an auto-transfer to build your emergency fund quietly every month. Chapter 9. The hidden liquidity trap of credit. Credit cards might feel like liquidity until the bill comes. They're not liquid assets. They're liabilities, and costly ones. Relying on credit for emergencies is like building your lifeboat from paper. Tip: only use credit cards for planned, repayable purchases, not for just-in-case safety nets. Chapter 10. Global Liquidity. When the world runs dry. Liquidity isn't just personal or corporate, it's also global. When central banks tighten money supply, or when investor confidence drops, global liquidity dries up. This affects loans, investments, currencies, and everyday people. Understanding global liquidity cycles can prepare you for market booms or busts. Tip: follow central bank policies. They shape the flow of money everywhere. Final thoughts. Liquidity is what gives your money power. You can be worth $1 million and still panic at a $500 emergency. It's not just how much you own, it's how much you can actually use. In a world full of uncertainty, liquidity is your financial oxygen. So ask yourself, if life hit pause today, how long could you breathe? Thanks for watching Finance in 10. What percentage of your wealth is liquid? Let us know in the comments. And if this episode made you rethink your finances, share it with a friend who thinks net worth tells the whole story. Until next week, stay smart, stay fluid, and stay financially free.